Alright, let's look at GBP JPY. In GBP JPY, we basically have done a fake out below 165.300 area, and then we moved up, and we are just waiting at this point. There is nothing at this point for us. We could have executed short position based on right in here by placing our stops around 15 pips, and we could be in profit around 15-16 pips. But since we missed that trade, we will find some other trade. And in gold, basically we we got rejected from 1693, and we dropped like 70 pips from that area. However, I was waiting to execute once if this candle wicks up first and then starts to break its own low, but that didn't happen, so we just avoided that trade. So yeah, that's it. Today we will try to find some good trades. Maybe we can find some trades later on, but at this point we are just waiting. If we look at M30, we haven't created any support at this point, but in M15 we have created a support at 1682 area. Yesterday I was very confident that we will keep dropping till 1682 area and 1680 area, and we have dropped, but we weren't given any chances to execute a position. Maybe today we will get a chance to execute, but we are just waiting at this point. And there is a probability we will find some good trades in New York session. We want excellent execution, and yes, we are just waiting at this point. We are waiting in GBP JPY, we are waiting in gold, we are waiting for better executions, and yes, we have main refinancing rate from euro in 50 minutes, so maybe we can get some sort of volume in markets, and maybe we can execute later on, but at this point we are just waiting. M30 candles have now closed. So in M30 we have now created a support at 1682 in gold. We are just waiting at this point, and yes, there is a probability we can get good trades later into New York session, but for now we are just waiting. We are waiting for candles to close. We are just waiting at this point. There is nothing in GBP, JPY and in gold. We are just waiting. We are waiting for New York session to open in 24 minutes. And then maybe we can find a trade. Although we know that trend is bearish in gold, but we want better execution. So that's why we will not execute a position at this point. And in GBP JPY we are just waiting. If we break below 1681 we can potentially drop to till 1679 area. But we are just waiting at this point. We want better execution. We are just waiting in gold and in GBP JPY. If we break above 1685 we may execute a buy position till 1690 area. We are just waiting at this point. And in GBP JPY we are waiting in GBP JPY also. We probably will wait a lot today because potential moves have already happened, so we are just waiting. And in GBP JPY nothing, nothing man, nothing. In gold we basically wicked below previous candle's low, which is a good sign. We are waiting for current 15-minute candle to close and then maybe we can get some indication, but at this point we are just waiting. We are waiting for New York session to open in 20 more minutes. We are just waiting. Candles are about to close in 2 minutes, and maybe we can get some trade. Alright, M15 candle has closed bullish, which is a good sign for our buyer above 1685, but we are just waiting at this point. Alright, I will execute at this point based on our pattern 1 in GBP in gold, and on the other hand my stops is around 25 pips, and I am just waiting for better execution in our real account. I am just waiting. Yes, this is what I was waiting for. I am waiting for accurate entry to enter. I am waiting for current 15-minute candle to close, and maybe on next 15-minute candle I will execute a position, but we are just waiting. We are just waiting for current 15-minute candles to close. Waiting in GJ, waiting in gold. यार कोई डाउनलोडिंग लाइव Yes, I am getting myself ready to execute on next trade, next 15-minute candle. If it creates a lower wick first and then starts to continue above its own high, I will execute a buy position. Waiting for candle to close in 2 more minutes. Alright, I am getting myself ready to potentially execute a buy position in gold, but the next 15-minute candle should wick below first and then starts to break its on high. Then I will execute a buy position, but for now we are just waiting. Yeah, right at this point I am ready to execute a buy. I will place my buy stop right in here above the candle high. My stops will be around 30 pips. I am basically okay to lose 30 US dollar on my trade if things go against me. We are just waiting for candle to flip bullish, and we are just waiting. We are just waiting at this point and waiting for candle to flip bullish and may continue pushing up later in second half of current 15-minute candle, but we are just waiting. We are just waiting for our order to get active. Alright, at this point our order is now active. We are very careful with our execution at this point. I have closed some percentage of my position, and yeah, that's it. Actually, our trades got activated in spread. We didn't actually break above previous candle high, I didn't take spread into my consideration, but this is the way things are. I will basically place another buy stop. Comet Comics is about to open in 10 minutes. We have lost around 5 US dollar today on our trade, and our position is now in 2 US dollar loss. We are just waiting. Maybe our whole position will get stopped out, but this is the way things are. And yes, we are just waiting. We are waiting to see how current M15 candle will close, and then we will redo our bias. But for now, we are just waiting. Candles are about to close in 2 minutes. The spread on gold is just killing everything. Spread picked our trade way earlier and now the spread is 3 pips. As a scalper, that is lot to pay to broker. I am waiting for candle to close in. So alright, today we have done some losses. We are in about 8 US dollar loss, and if we hit our stops we will lose like 5 US dollar more. But the whole idea is I don't know why prices are moving like this, haphazard movements. around 5 pips up, 5 pips down in just a matter of less than second. So which is not a very good thing. I haven't experienced something like that in my previous history. So although I have performed to the best of my abilities, but I have still faced losses, and that is just the part of the game. I am totally okay with that, and we will continue to hold these trades and look to see how these trades play out. And yeah, that's it. I have actually never seen this type of haphazard movements. This candle man went up 13 pips in less than 1 second, came down 13 pips in less than 1 second. So as a scalper, it was difficult for me to manage these type of positions, but I am not trying to recover my loss, or I am not trying to imply that my analysis is correct. All I am doing is what I have seen from past and what my trading patterns suggest me, and I will continue to hold these trades. And right at this point, Comet Comics is now officially open, and we are in profits. At this point, close everything. So despite of our losses in the start, we still managed to close our positions in $4 profits. Actually, I was expecting this move way too early on, but this move just but the haphazard movements right in here just killed our everything. First of all, we faced three problems right in here. First problem was our, our buy stop got slipped, man, got slipped on, like there was no news event and nothing at that point, but still we got slippage of around 8 pips, man. Come on, man, what are you doing? Second reason was the spreads jumped from 1 pips to around 3 4 pips. And the third reason was we moved up, we moved down, we moved up, we moved down almost 4 to 5 times in just a matter of less than few seconds. So that is not a very good thing for me. I will basically upload a video and I will ask my broker what is happening in here and why it is happening in here, and then I will also consult with my colleagues about the haphazard movements. Although I was able to cover my losses, still end the day in in small profit, but if that haphazard movement didn't occur, I could have secured amazing profits from this trade, but that didn't happen. Although our analysis was perfect, but still we have a long way to go. So I hope you guys have watched what actually happened with our trade. I was actually waiting for this trade. I could have who held this trade, but the haphazard movements, man, just killed everything from at this point, and I feel very bad about those haphazard movements. But still, we are happy with what we got. We will look at same thing on other broker, and maybe it is now the time to change my broker. No man, actually it is the same thing that happened in here. I was waiting for this trade the entire time. I waited for this trade in London session, in New York session. It took me around 5 hours to find this trade based on our pattern 1. I took this trade, but the whole problem with this trade was we have very haphazard movement in this area. So I closed majority of my position in loss, in 10-12 pips loss, and the rest of my runners helped me end my day in break even. still ending the day in profit, which is a good thing to boost my little confidence. Secured around 0.35% of my account, but if we go straight up, we would have secured a lot of profits, man. At least 3% of our account, but that didn't happen. And your broker, your markets, the big institutions and retailers won't want you to win. So we are basically fighting with, I will say, the most competitive persons in the world. So it is not easy at all to trade forex markets. I will basically upload a video of this move up, and I will basically remember this move because yesterday the same thing happened, and in previous day the same thing happened, and in future we will be able to keep track of this move, and we may be able to get some good trades. For now, we are just waiting. We executed a trade based on idea, and this is an example of pattern 1 in M30 time frame. We executed in M30, secured around 20 30 pips from this trade, and we are good at this point. We will now take screenshots of our trade. We will upload that. We will upload it in our database because it is very important for future reference. So we basically executed on a pretty good trade idea, and I am basically very happy because we have secured something at today, and also we have protected ourselves from huge loss if things go against us. Yeah, we basically have Now have a pretty good move. We secured around 24 pips and prices are now in 80-90 pips from our mentioned position. We could have secured more than 10 pips on our trade, but this is the way things are. Let's look at my account analytics. I am up about 4.23% on my account, and if I look at my account history, I made 4 US dollar profits today, made 35 US dollar profit for current week, and made around 53 US dollar profit from start of July, which is a pretty good thing because now we are progressing. Although these two trades could have ended in massive profit, but I guess the odds were not in our favor today. That's all I can say, and we are just waiting. Now, at this point, in my opinion, the good moves are over, and oh man, look in here. The candle rejected from 1682 area straight till 1700 area, almost 120 pips. Basically, we anticipated a trade, we executed on that trade, although we didn't held that trade for longer, but still our bias, our analysis was excellent, man. Maybe maybe tomorrow we will have an excellent trading day, but tomorrow I will be trading with very small lot. I will not risk more than 5 US dollar on my account because tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow markets may be slow. So I will just sit back, relax, and look at markets objectively.